Hi guys, I'm Kinza. I'm a Moroccan living in Korea, and today we have 3 guests and they're also Moroccans living in Korea. Today we're gonna talk about a topic that you guys are highly interested in. Our 3 guests will be giving you the information to apply for KGS scholarship or other scholarships. So can you guys please introduce yourselves?
Hey everyone, my name is Umayma Latrash. I am 23 years old. I am Moroccan, currently in Korea. I just finished my language year and I am about to do my master's degree.
Hi, my name is Umayma Jbari. I am also a student in Korea. I study Energy Resources Engineering at Seoul National University, and this is my 4th year in Korea.
Hi everyone, this is Hanan. I am a student at Hankuk University of Foreign Studies, majoring in International Economics and Law. This is my 2nd year in Korea. I'm happy to share my experience with you.
Nice to meet you girls. Wow, you're all studying in very good universities and I hope you're having a good time in Korea. So could you please provide us with a general explanation of the KGS scholarship? Could you please tell us its benefits as well?
JKS is Global Korea Scholarship. It is a scholarship program given by the Korean government to outstanding international students from around the world. There is JKS undergraduate, which is given to people with a high school degree and who aim to pursue their undergraduate studies in Korea, and also JKS graduate for people with a bachelor degree who want to do a master's or a PhD. They give tuition fees, monthly allowance, insurance fees, and a round-trip airfare ticket.
We also get to have a stipend, so you don't have to worry about the money because the government will be fully sponsoring you throughout the whole years you will be studying in here.
Can I ask how much?
It's around 1 million won.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's actually a pretty decent amount.
So it's 1 million won for undergrad or for graduate? Or is it the same?
For undergrad, basically it's 90,000 won, but if you have a good topic level, you get 1 million won per month.
Oh, that's amazing. And your monthly expenses of dorms are also covered?
No.
So, okay, you have to pay.
Yeah, we have to pay from the allowance. Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is, it depends from one university to another. So there are universities that gives the dorm for free if you are a JKS. There are others who give a lot of discounts as well. So I think it's actually cool.
That's an amazing scholarship to apply for actually, because when I first came to Korea in 2014, KGSP was not for undergraduate students back then. Yeah. Hanan, you have another scholarship than the JKS one. Could you please introduce to us what scholarship did you got?
About my scholarship, probably I'm targeting people living in Korea now and finding or trying to find a scholarship. So mine is called Samsung Global Hope Scholarship. This scholarship provides financial support for undergrad or graduate student or PhD as well. I think it's about 4 million per semester.
Per semester. Okay, so it's almost the same, 1 million per month. That's good. So both of the scholarships are really good, I guess. They have amazing benefits. I think it's up to you to choose which one benefits you more or which one is for you.
If you come here as a JKS student, you are not allowed to work. And if you are a language student, you are definitely not allowed to work at all. If you then start your degree, either undergrad, grad school or PhD, during your vacations, you need to get permission from school and the immigration and of course the scholarship provider. And if you can find internships within your field of studies, they might allow you to do that actually.
Could you tell us about the documents you need to apply and what are the requirements and the eligibilities for both of the scholarships?
Okay, so for the case of GKS, I'll be talking from a graduate student perspective. First of all, your GPA matters a lot. You need to have a GPA over 80%. I know that in Morocco we use different grading system, but it would be easy to convert your grades using like a lot of websites nowadays. So first thing is your GPA. The second things are the documents you have to prepare, which is pretty much your bachelor degree, transcript. They have to be translated either into English or Korean. And you have to write the personal statement, study plans, pretty much to give them a perspective of what you are planning to do, why you and not another person, what are your future goals and ambitions, and more specifically, why Korea and not any other country.
You have to show them that I'm the one for this scholarship.
Definitely.
I need to go to
Yes.
Korea and this is why.
Yes, and if I were to give you a tip, I know many people who would be applying to GKS could mainly be also interested in K-drama and K-pop, but this is actually not a good thing to mention on your statement of purpose. So please don't do that. That love of K-drama and everything, leave it apart, but focus more on like academic achievements that you want to do and professional things that you want to show them. I think if you do that, you will definitely get the scholarship.
I agree, that's a good tip. Keep it in mind. We talked about the GPA and that it's hard because in Morocco we don't work with the GPA system. So could you please recommend us any sites that we can just put here for our viewers to check?
I used Scholaro.com,
Scholaro.com.
which you just like input your grades and the credits and it convert it like immediately, but you have to have it like stamped by your school or your university.
Did you study Korean before coming here?
How about you?
Yeah, I studied Korean before coming here and I took the topic exam twice in Morocco. And the second time I got topic 5, so I started directly.
That's great. Do you think that having a topic helped you in getting the scholarship?
I think it definitely helped me a lot. Speaking Korean helped me during the interview. You could appeal that you know Korean. They were impressed.
Okay, yes, of course they will be impressed. Yeah. So talking about the interview, our viewers must definitely be curious about how the interview is conducted. What are the questions asked? Could you tell us a little bit about it?
The requirement was you should not be responding in Korean, although you know Korean, because in the selection committee there were 2 Moroccans and 2 Koreans. The 2 Koreans were working at the embassy, and the 2 other Moroccans, they were university professors, I believe. They will be asking you questions in French, and you are only allowed to respond in English. So no Korean, no French during the interview. I think it was different for you, right?
Very different.
Yeah. And the type of questions I got, it was actually, you know, like sometimes when you go to interviews, you expect the very typical questions, like who are you, what do you want to do, what are your motivations? But it was very different actually, because all the questions I got were very, very specific about my major. I study media and communication, so the questions that I got were about Korea's journalism landscape, the media industry in here. Why did I choose that and not another country? How am I going to contribute to Morocco's Korea diplomatic relationships and all of that, because I was also a journalist before I came here. So the questions were very oriented towards what I am planning to study.
Yeah, it's really different, especially the language part. I didn't have restriction about language. The interview was in French, English, and Korean, like 3 of the languages. So I had to prepare for my interview in 3 languages, and the questions were a little bit more general. Why Korea? Also, how would you contribute to the Korean-Moroccan relations? Why did you choose this major? Like, how would you adapt to life in Korea? And what school are you attending at the moment? Yeah.
Okay, so just from my point of view, I think that the questions were different because you were undergraduate student and you are a graduate student. You've never experienced university life, you're just going to Korea for the first time, you're still young, a bachelor. So is this person going to adapt to life for Korea or not? But in Umaima's case, I guess it's different. Okay, I'm a graduate student, she's professional.
You need to know what you are doing.
Yeah, you have to be professional.
True.
So now let's move on to ask Hanan about her interview in Korea. I bet your interview was in Korean language.
They were asking me questions in Korean, but I am free to answer both in Korean and in English. They asked me about my major as well. because I switched from engineering to studying international economics and law. Why did I choose that major specifically in this switch from very different fields?
Yeah. So the most important thing is to prove yourself, and this is a common point, I guess, in all the interviews.
I underline, really you should know what you are going to study, what are your plan, because everything you write, you will be asked about.
Yeah. So do you have any tips that you can give our viewers how to prepare their documents for the scholarship and also how to prepare for the interview as well?
So for the documents, I would say take your time and prepare in advance because you have a lot of paperwork waiting for you, a lot of translation. You have to apostille your papers. Also, for people who are still in high school or university, I would say be engaged in activities or projects related to Korea because that would help you like write your personal statement, and also you would have a lot to talk about in the interview.
So I really like the point of preparing ahead of time. When I was preparing for my documents to come to Korea as well, it took me a lot of time just to prepare the documents for the language school. You have to translate 20 papers or more even, so yeah.
I actually went to the embassy with an envelope like this with a lot of papers.
You need to know exactly what you wrote because expect that you will be asked about every single sentence you wrote. So if you are talking about your research project and everything, you don't have to be very specific, but at least have a general idea or vision of what you're planning to do. Don't lie on your papers because you might get caught as well. The more you know your future projects, your ambitions, which path you're going towards, the more it will be easier for you during the interview.
So before ending this video, I have one last question for you. Do you have any future plans after finishing your studies here in Korea?
I am planning to try the Korean companies kind of work jobs. Yeah, so after graduation, I will see what I'm going to do.
I think you still have a lot of time to think about it.
Yeah, I still have 2 years.
And I'm planning to continue my studies and apply for graduate school in the same field in Korea.
I would also like to work in the media industry in Korea first to get more experience, go back home and contribute to Morocco's media landscape as well.
Perfect. So I hope this video was helpful to know more about the JKS scholarship, how to apply, and how to prepare for your interview. Thank you so much for these precious information, and see you guys in our next episode. Goodbye.